My name is Steffen Schmidt. I'll be your instructor in the coastal policy class. I'm here in my office. This is kind of a little research office that I have in near Boston, Massachusetts, where we have a lot of opportunities to do research on coastal issues, coastal problems, both on Cape Cod and in Boston Harbor and other areas. So I usually spend several months every year on the East Coast, and then also several months on the West Coast, which I'll be doing a little later, and I will be sending you probably a little update from that. So I'm glad you're in my class, and what I would like you to look for in this first week of readings and other assignments is to just think about how challenging it is to have a population living on a coastal area, coexisting with nature and natural phenomena such as storms and hurricanes and so on, and try to manage all of that in a coherent way, especially in a country like the United States, which is a country in which citizens have a lot of personal rights and freedoms, and private property is very, very important in the United States. And if people want to construct things and build houses and hotels, casinos and marinas and other facilities on the shore, it is a big challenge for government to tell them that they can't. And yet, on the other hand, if, as happened in Galveston, which is one of the opening case studies in our course, Galveston, Texas, is suddenly hit by a hurricane, then it is not just the individuals, but society as a whole, including state, county, and the federal government, who have to jump to the rescue and try and essentially take responsibility. And of course, the Galveston case is very interesting because it is such a huge natural disaster, probably the largest number of human casualties of any natural disaster in American history. And yet, what do you learn from it? How do you take something like that and move forward? Well, you move forward with smarter coastal design, smarter coastal policies in areas such as evacuation, a little more thoughtful planning in terms of where people ought to live and not live. But you know what? In 2009, this year, as I'm sitting here in Boston, people are still building on the beach. People are still buying beach properties just a few miles away from here down on the Massachusetts, Rhode Island shore. People love the ocean. The ocean has some sort of magic connection with human beings, and there's a lot of discussion as to why that is. But you can, as you begin to read material and study some of the stuff on coastal policy, and you look at what some of the problems are, I want you to also think about how, no matter how much science we do, and our science is now much better, the textbook discusses how poor the coastal science was in 1900 or at some benchmark like that. In spite of the good science, in spite of everything that we know, people still want to live by the ocean. They will cling to it as long as they can. And the question is, how do we cooperate with people and yet not let them make foolish decisions as we manage these fragile coastal zones? So I'm greatly looking forward to the course. We have two terrific TAs, and I'm looking forward to your discussions. So make sure that you post those, all right? See you in class. Bye.